Well, hello, and a good Monday morning to you. DSA Death Andy 589 back here with you with another edition of NBA 2K16 My Career here in the short morning sports stream. Continuing year 3 here.
The 2K Sports pregame
Start
show.
off with
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody.
what
Thanks
we
for
playing,
joining
the
us.
Pelicans?
Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal,
Ha!
and Kennedy
I've forgotten
Jackson.
already.
Tonight,
Yes,
we'll be watching the
I'm looking
Indiana
over at
Pacers
the
playing against the New Orleans Pelicans.
Stream on my laptop.
Well, for the Pelicans,
Oh,
they've
boy.
gone 4-1 over the
It was
last
a long
5,
weekend.
playing pretty well.
It's gonna be a
And they're
long
looking
week,
to
too.
build on that tonight. And so the
Hope you
All-Star
did
break
have a
is
good
behind us.
weekend.
Second half of the season is upon us. Shaq, is this where we'll see the great teams?
And
start
my
to
weekend was
separate
pretty
themselves
busy.
from the
Went
rest of the
Yeah, I
pack?
think
from
so, but,
my
still a lot of
Saturday
games left to be played. A lot
specifically
can happen. That's
started
how you
at
control.
4:30 in the
Gotta keep a
morning and
strong
ended
mindset,
at
work
about
hard, 'cause this is where
12:30
the
that
postseason
night.
picture will start to
So,
get
well,
focused,
or I guess
because
the
right
next
now we're
day.
trying to figure out who's going to be who and who's playing where, who's the matchups, and you come in with those great graphics at the end. But this is where it's starting to get clarification, Ernie.
And of course, I
Playoff
got up to do my
state of
usual Saturday morning
The,
shift
tip-off
at the
fast
radio
approaching.
station with the
Let's
sports
send it
show,
down to
but
Kevin
then I also
Harlan.
had to fill in as a color commentator for a game that night. And the school it was at was about an hour and a half
We have a
away
dinner
from
conference
home.
affair lined up for you today as the New Orleans Pelicans come in for this one. Pacers trying to take advantage
So-
of this one before leaving Indiana.
And of course, you know, it was late at night, and we were broadcasting just the varsity game. Well, the junior varsity game started about half an hour late, so we were half an hour behind on the broadcast. So by the time I got home Saturday night, it was midnight, and by the time got all crawled into bed and that, yeah, it's probably about 12:30. So yeah, this is a little bit of a long day, Saturday.
And let's see if they're ready to fill that void.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Pondexter and Davis fill up the forward slots. Holiday and Evans comprise the backcourt. And it's Gortat in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here is George. After Gortat's miss, George with the bucket.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And of course, I'll say it here. You know, if you saw my tweets from last night, as I give up an easy layup there to Anthony Davis.
That
Oops.
is just weak defense.
This week's schedule is kind of a little up in the air.
Now, here is Hill.
Wow, that's a wide open look.
He's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
And a really good play.
I mentioned this last week too, that I have to go in for some additional training Tuesday and Wednesday at the station for covering the morning show and also the morning news shift. The news guy and the morning show host still have, as mentioned, some vacation weeks to use up.
You got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
So I'm going in tomorrow and Wednesday to for some training to be able to help out to cover for them when they take those vacation days.
Davis sets a screen.
So yeah, the stream schedule is a little goofy this week because of that additional training. I'm not sure when or if I am going to be able to stream at all tomorrow. There will be no afternoon stream today. I have to do some game prep for a game tomorrow night. Yeah, on top of having to go in for training, I also have a game to fill in for. Luckily, it's a game right in my hometown high school, so I have to go roughly about a block. It's not a couple blocks. It's not a block away. It's about 4 or 5 blocks away. Still, it's like a 2-minute drive. Oh, wow. I missed that.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when the team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized.
Yeah, and I'm not sure, you know, if with the prep getting it done today and ahead of time is going to be easier than trying to get it done before the game tomorrow, especially with the training. I'm not sure how long it's going to take.
79.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
Hill with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Hill dishes to Moore, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
This little
I like the
standing
fact
dunk
that he
there.
led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And Holiday kicks to Davis. Hill against Holiday. Dishes it to Pondexter, and Holiday has it in the corner.
So yeah, with having to go to bed a little earlier to, because you know, it's morning shows shift, so the show is like 3 to, or not 3 to 9, 6 to 9, which means getting there about 5 o'clock.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
So that means getting up roughly about sometime after 3:30. Make sure to get to the station by 5 o'clock.
Drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle.
No good.
Should have dished it to George.
By 6. Moore with the steal. And George kicks to Moore. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
So yeah, this is a little bit of an early morning.
A look at the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers.
So yeah, because of the training and not sure really how long it's going to take, because I know he also wanted to do kind of a air check, or if you're not familiar with the radio business, air check is basically a review.
Move the ball, spread their defense, and get our shooters.
Kind of a performance review, basically. And he wants to do that as well, kind of look over the Saturday morning sports show.
See which one of them is playing the defense over the span of the last 10 games.
So, as I mentioned on Twitter, just going to play it by ear, making a long story short. Just going to play it by ear this week. Really, I think the only normal day is going to be Thursday. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on the game and talking at the same time, and it's not exactly working.
For him in that last game against the Wizards in Washington. And it's 8 points for free.
All right, let's try that again there. Long story short, just gonna play it by ear this week in terms of streams. As I usually do, I'll tweet out when I'm going live and what the schedule is going to be. So again, I know for sure there won't be an afternoon stream today, and there right now tomorrow's up in the air. There won't be obviously a morning stream, and there may not be kind of an afternoon stream either, with the schedule being a little all over the place, more so for tomorrow because of having to cover that game tomorrow night as well as the training.
Those days where nothing goes wrong.
Well, Greg, they certainly
Wednesday I'll probably end up doing an afternoon stream. Probably won't be a morning stream, but there probably will be an afternoon stream since I don't have to don't have a game to cover Wednesday night and don't have to get up super early Thursday morning.
Outside, Lynn. Terrific design on the pick foot, and he lays it in.
So yeah, there'll probably still be at least an afternoon stream on Wednesday, and then probably back to normal on Thursday.
He has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that position.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. It's the Pacers leading by 10. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter.
So yeah, it's going to be a little goofy this week schedule-wise, but we'll make it through.
Is Anthony Davis. His offensive game is growing by leaps and bounds.
A lot of face-up, like you do is one dribble pull-up.
Watch
but I'm thinking may make it up on Sunday in the afternoon. I may do a special Super Bowl simulation stream where I just put it on all Madden and let the AI duke it out as kind of a lead into the Super Bowl, of course, which is this coming Sunday night.
But as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And let's quickly break down the game, guys. We have seen from Indiana.
And I'm talking like full 15-minute quarter simulation, and I'll just kind of be hanging out in the chat and watching the game.
Stuckey and George make up the perimeter. Olenek is out there with Freak, and it's Lynn in at point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. And keeping
we can talk about, you know, the Super Bowl, talk about whatever else. Uh-oh, I'm out of position. Other sports, other topics, games. Just basically hanging out and just having a chat while watching a computer duke out a simulation on Madden, predicting the Super Bowl.
I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
And that one is stuffed right.
Wow, I'm getting some easy drives to the lane here.
Dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah,
Except in the dunk contest.
Like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging.
Certainly not any memorable dunks in the dunk contest.
That's in the Pacers.
That was pretty ugly.
12 on the bucket from Gordon.
That is really poor defensive awareness. I mean, he's one guy you don't want to give any space to. You've got to stay attached and connected. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
Yeah, I just got a massive speed matchup here against Anderson.
On the lead with the dunk like that.
So to wrap up the conversation from before, basically the best thing to do this week is just to follow my Twitter and keep an eye out on there, or set up the notifications here on Twitch to be alerted when I go live. That's basically going to be the best way to do it this week because, as I say, definitely not going to be following the usual scheduled format.
There's a screen, and Holiday kicks to Evans. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Evans has got 5 now.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off. Tacks a few more points over their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Clark,
Yes,
Wow, I have 20 points and it's halfway through the second quarter. I'm just now realizing that. Like I said, I've just been getting all these easy dunks.
And for those of you just joining
Wasn't so much with Anthony Davis in there.
And Leonard gets it to go.
It's getting these open shots against Gortat and Anderson.
Pacers leading by 11. Here's George. Great pass to set up the lay-in. He's got 8.
Defense has completely fallen asleep for the Pelicans.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Here's Evans. Here's Gortat. And
okay, well, at least caused them to miss the shot.
The Pelicans have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight. That free throw good from Gortat. And through one half, it hasn't even been close.
A little bit of a rest there. Odd pace for 40 points tonight.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
Well, some really terrific numbers for Freak. He has 20 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
Was it a good, really, one of their highlights
And now a three-pointer.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So the Pelican 5 right now. Pondexter and Davis fill up the
So did
forward
anyone
slots.
bother to watch the
Holiday
Pro
and
Bowl?
Evans
I know I did.
comprise the backcourt. And it's Gortat in at the 5 spot. More with it, and Holiday picks him up.
The only thing in the Pro Bowl I saw was Johnny Hecker's fake punt
He's averaging
pass.
just around 8.5 points a game. 2 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. They get it back. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean,
And I mean, he's known for
but to blow
having
the
a good
whistle.
arm. In fact, in terms of just base players, he's
So
got
he
the
hits 1 of
best
2 from
throwing
the stripe.
stats amongst
Pelicans
punters.
trail by 21.
He's got a good arm on him, but I
Pondexter, the
believe,
pass to
if I
Holiday.
remember hearing correctly, he was a high school quarterback.
And
So he's
about
got
a
some
minute of action so
quarterbacking
far in the third
experience.
quarter. Cans the shot from the wing. Holiday's got his second basket of the game.
Looked like he
It was
was
especially
channeling
funny
Bob
when
Cousy
it was
right
Richard
there. Since when did
Sherman
take
that he
guys
beat.
off the
Not
dribble
that,
like that?
you know, Sherman was playing his heart out.
The drive by Hill. Here's more. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
It's starting to look like a repeat of last
No
night.
one really
He's
plays
battling really hard out
hard
there.
defense in the Pro Bowl.
They set the pick. There's a screen by Gortat. Hill against Holiday. Davis in the corner. Shot from
Whoops.
12. The Pacers pull it in.
Just like most All-Star games, no one, except for the MLB game, because that actually has something on the line, the home field advantage in the World Series.
Hill pulls it in. Hill's got his 4th rebound in this one. Count that one.
And the rebound.
But yeah,
and the
NBA,
foul
NHL,
show
no
you
one plays
what he
defense
is
in those
all
games.
About gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
More dishes to Hill. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
In fact, I saw a highlight of a Patrick Kane goal from the NHL All-Star game. Again, that was the lone highlight I watched just because, you know, he picked a little fake fight with his former teammate and
Now Evans.
All-Star captain and MVP John Scott.
And it's Davis at the elbow. No good. Some
And the
solid
goal
defensive
he
work
had,
for
the
Moore.
goalie didn't even move with the
Now
crossing
here's the pass
pass.
to George.
Like, no one plays
There's
defense
the screen.
in an All-Star game.
With
Ouch!
the foul.
Jeez,
That's his first
Pondexter.
foul.
You were that
Jeremy
offended that I
Leonard's
said no
checked
one
in for the Pacers.
plays
And
defense
the
in
Pelicans
All-Star
making a change
games?
here as well. Leonard's checked in. Ellis against Evans. And it's Moore penetrating.
Whoa! No, I just wanted to kick it back to Ellis, but okay.
And then took advantage. And that's now 10 points here for George.
I thought I hit back. I hit A and to the right, and apparently that still threw it over to George. Again, I gotta use icon passing.
And now the 2K leaderboard, a list of the teams that have rebounded the ball tremendously over the last 10 games. In third, the Pelicans.
Kevin, that's been a nice run lately. They're making a strong
I'm a
effort
little low
the
on
board,
rebounds
and it's
tonight.
working and paying dividends for them.
The Pacers making a switch here. Olenek's checked in. Ryan Anderson is checked in for New Orleans. Gordon comes in for Drew Holiday. The shot's good from Evans.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Got it. Let's get the ball
Ellis
inside.
kicks to Moore. Back to Ellis. Baseline jumper. Again.
Say, please knock that down.
Another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I
See,
love
I'm
the
not really getting
mentality
much of
that
those
they've
open
had.
looks
If a
against
shot
Davis.
isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one.
Playing that good,
they
strong
need.
defense.
Pacers leading by 22.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
It's George on the wing. Outside, Lynn from deep.
Oh,
Pelicans
no.
pull it in.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. knows how to
Hey, look.
the best shooters
I remembered how to
without being
rebound.
overly aggressive. It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Get in there and one. Nice.
Got it to go through on the contact, so a free
Time
throw
I
coming up.
caught him watching
Great
somebody
opportunity
else.
for a three-point play. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for the Pacers. Stuckey comes in for Monte Ellis.
Drop
New
in
Orleans
there.
also making some changes. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Myers Leonard.
Ajinça.
Livingston in for Tyreek Evans. Pass to Gordon.
Defense.
Shoots off the step back. Misses off the right iron. Indiana's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter.
Let's get the ball inside.
Anderson against Hill. Kicks it to Moore. In the corner, it's Lynn.
Oh.
From three-point range.
Ooh, I might have been able to steal that if I was a little quicker on the X button.
Davis slams it home for the putback.
Now that's no run-of-the-mill putback there.
Well, the rebound and then the dunk, one on top of the other.
Yeah, that's what we call a potent 1-2 punch.
Freak sets a screen.
Ah, I was
And
still
looks
moving.
like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And that's turnover number 2 on the game, doing a nice job in terms of ball control.
Holding on to the ball and holding on to this lead.
Yep.
Mike Scott's checked in for Indiana.
I knew when I felt myself still moving and hitting the B button, I'm like, that's a
Here is
moving screen.
Livingston. Davis sets a screen. Fires for 3. Livingston, no luck.
Nope.
Pacers leading by 23. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Kick out to Moore. And Hill has it in the corner. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Oh, Hill.
As far as jump shots
I
go,
give you that
that's
wide
what
open of a
we have to
look.
Continue to try and get.
And this is how you repay me?
And we're getting underway.
Feel
In the fourth
betrayed.
quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Moore, he's in at power forward. Ellis is out there with George Hill. Then
Oh.
it's George, and it's George in at the small forward position. That's the Pacers 5. Indiana's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking a three-point shot tonight. Very respectable.
Woo!
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
The Pelicans shooting at 24%.
I think this game was
pretty
out of
recently.
reach a quarter ago, maybe 2 quarters ago.
And
It was
here's
over at
Evans.
halftime.
Gortat with a screen on Ellis. It's Evans on the wing. He's guarded by Ellis.
Oh, no.
The block.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor. in
Got the
cracking
block
this
and the rebound.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it. But it's been good on a number of levels.
Oh, no. Oh, good thing that went right to George.
Just 5 on the clock. That ball's nice speed that time from George. George
Power
has
my
got
way
6
up.
assists
Ooh,
now
and
in the
1,000
game.
fans.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is
I've
not
scored
wasting
almost
any
half
chances.
of our points.
Where I sit, Greg, it's a simple
A little
deduction.
under a half.
They want things to be easy on themselves here late. Make sure he has the ball.
Gortat. And he was fouled.
I don't need to
Free
foul
throws now
there.
for him. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty.
Yeah,
in both
speaking
halves.
about
Time
you
for
know,
a new group in now for
yeah,
Indiana.
real life
Morris checked in for
basketball,
Olynyk. Paul George
IRL.
comes in for Kyle Singler.
Not
Ellis is checked
seeing
in
Miles
for
Turner
Bowen.
there.
And
He's
Jeremy Lin in
started
for
to have
George
a
Hill.
good season
big
here.
group
I mean, he's
substitution
getting
here
some
for New
starting
Orleans.
minutes in that.
Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Gortat. Anthony Davis comes in for Leonard. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in.
Only
for
had
Julian
about 8
Lewis.
points the other night. I've
Gordon
picked him up
checked
for
in
fantasy,
Drew
but
Holiday.
he's getting some starting minutes. He's playing very well and
There's the pick.
looks to kind of be a mainstay there in the starting lineup for the Pacers.
Evans against Land. Evans outside. Davis setting the pick for Evans. Outside Gordon.
Helps me because I needed help at the center position in fantasy basketball, and I decided to pick him up with the hot streak he was on.
effective shooting. Chance here now.
Hey, Mr. Rai.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
So for the Pelicans, Gortat has come in for Alexis Ajinski, and it's Drew Holiday in for Tyreke Evans. Lynn kicks to George.
So far, it's worked very nicely for me.
Gordon against Ellis. Inside. Moore left side. Here's George. Again in the
Nice.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their
Yeah,
presence
I did hear
in this
that
matchup
Hornacek was
with
fired by the
authority,
Suns.
very
Doesn't
decisive.
surprise me
It
at
can
all.
definitely be considered a statement win.
I had to laugh seeing the news story on Facebook this morning. I saw a comment by someone. I mean, it was just like the story shared by ESPN, so I don't know who the guy was, but he commented something about how Hornacek always seems to be the first guy fired in NBA 2K. I just had to laugh at that.
Game it was for a freak. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody can do much to keep him from dropping it in. And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
How about Anthony Davis in this one? He has 20 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Mike Scott's checking.
Yeah, he hasn't exactly been the greatest coach. Of course, I mean, it hurts when you lose your #1 guy too. You know, they really started going downhill once Bledsoe went out for the season.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
Lynn gets a screen from Moore. With the teardrop, and there's the nice layup by Lynn.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
But yeah, as of recently, yeah, their record is awful.
This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but
Probably be drafting. They may have a stake in the lottery. Maybe they may be drafting somewhere in the top 5, certainly in the top 10 with the season they're having.
Well, Paul, what do you take away from a win like tonight in terms of what you need to continue?
And that's how some things pan out. Some guys are great players, and then they try their hand at coaching once they retire, and it just does not pan out all that well.
all right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke,
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. They used to say number 2 tries harder, and nobody tried harder or succeeded more in this game than the league's number 2 scorer. And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA.
Yeah, I'm the league's number 1
Sports.
scorer.
Hope you enjoyed the
Sure,
show.
if number
For
2 if you
myself,
go by points
Kenny
per
Smith,
game.
Shaquille
But in
O'Neal,
terms of
Kevin
total
Harlan, and the
points, I
entire
think I'm still number
2K
1.
Sports crew. Have a wonderful evening.
Yeah. And Magic was a great player, and instead just didn't pan out as a coach. And you can make the case for Isaiah Thomas. He wasn't that great of a coach either. Great player, not a great coach. Doop-boo-doo-boo-doo-boo-doo-doop-boo-doo. Ooh, that's a tough choice. Bird or Magic. I just was watching one of my friends had posted a highlight package of Larry Bird. Just seeing those highlights again and remember how much he could play. I mean, he was just outstanding. Yeah, Magic as well. I guess if they put Jordan Bird or Magic, I'd probably choose Jordan. But if it was between Larry Bird or Magic Johnson, I don't know if I can make that call.
And Jabari Parker is a guy we'll have our eye on tonight. Had to sit out most of last season after he tore the ACL. Shaq, you still have to like the kid's future.
That is definitely a tough choice to make there.
He's motivated as any young player. I know you see his commercials. He's coming back with a vengeance.
He's coming back with a vengeance, and he's a very efficient scorer at his position, and for his age, he's got a great deal of skill. And I think he's the forgotten man in Milwaukee because they made the playoffs, but this guy was their best player before that happened.
The game is coming up shortly. It's time to get down to Kevin Harlan. Kevin.
Yeah, I kind of leaning towards Bird as well because of his shooting ability and, you know, like I said, being a great passer as well.
The crowd is assembled at BMO Harris Bradley Center looking for a Bucks victory here in Milwaukee. And we've got it right here for you on 2K Sports. The Pacers will play just this one game.
But it would be like this slim, tiny little margin.
And, of course, Reggie Jackson, who's looking to find his niche with his new team.
Well, we're about to see what the buzz around the league is all about here. Is it all hype, or will it be reality? We're about to find out, along with the fans in this stadium and the people watching at home.
And you can feel the excitement in here today, guys. I mean, anytime you add a player,
they must have made Milwaukee must have made a trade. They're talking about someone debuting. I don't think it's us.
For the Indiana Pacers.
Unless we did make a trade here.
Ellis is out there with George Hill.
Woo!
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that. Almost a backboard breaker. And that last replay courtesy of Kia.
Oh, it's a block party.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Hill kicks to George. It's back to Hill. Indiana moving it around. Shot clock at 6. And Freak throws it down.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Yeah.
They've gone just
and for having injury problems, you know, he was still a very, very good player.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Carter Williams kicks to Parker. Another shot. Here's Monroe. And they have
oh my goodness!
2 offensive rebounds.
All right, I'm going to check the roster, see if I can spot who they're talking about. I'm just making sure it's no one on our team. Nope, that's still the same group. Ah, this is who it is. They traded for Reggie Jackson. I'm guessing that's probably who they were talking about then. Oh, that's right, because they the Pistons have Andrew Bogut now.
Get a whole lot to go so far.
It's Ellis on the wing. Antetokounmpo defending. Outside for George. It's another look. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a win against New Orleans.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
The 3, good, and the assist goes to Ellis. George has got 5 now.
You know, the defense has got to do
Okay,
a
let's
much
see
better
here.
job
Magic,
of
Jordan,
fighting over those
Bird,
screens.
McHale,
Especially when the ball
and
is in
centers
his
Tornet,
hand.
Shaq,
Come
and
on,
Kareem.
now,
That's pretty good.
like that.
And that one's good. Parker.
Pretty good lineup there. I'd probably go with Shaq just as much as he dominated at the center position.
Pass to George. Kicks it to Moore. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Mayo dishing to Carter Williams. They set the pick.
I think the only really one of the big differences I would definitely have I would have Tim Duncan in there
Carter Williams can't get it to go.
instead of
The Milwaukee
McHale.
Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance, and road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
Mayo, that's good.
Good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Indiana leading. Outside Hill.
Come on, get around the screen.
He dishes it to Moore. Pass to Turner. And the Pacers
Nice
tack on
shot,
2 more.
Turner.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
The dish to Parker. Outside. for
Shoot
Carter
or not?
Williams. Carter Williams with another miss. Pacers leading by 4. On the wing, Ellis, guarded by Mayo.
Yeah, I mean, I can see your case in point.
Outside, George. And a miss here on the triple. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Antetokounmpo passes to Carter Williams. Parker sets the screen for Carter Williams. Parker with it. Now defended by Freak. Off the pick. Parker's shot is off.
And no excuse there.
Charge!
For missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted. And
Nice open
really,
look.
I like the movement and communication there. Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Mayo drives in. Monroe outside. Pulls it from 20. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 41 seconds left here in the first quarter. Hill dishes to Ellis. Good, and it's Hill.
Woo, nice spin move.
Hill's got 3 assists in the game.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner.
I mean, nowadays, I think Duncan in his prime was one of the best power forwards. I mean, now obviously he's more of a center.
Outside Hill. Shoots from the high post. And here's the fast break. Carter Williams leading the way.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Woo! Buzzer beater.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Pacers.
I mean,
lead
nothing
by
against
7.
Kevin McHale. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't put him on the team. I don't know. I've just never really thought about it that much.
First quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
How good has the ball
Never really thought about it that
Just
seriously.
Absolutely terrific.
Boy, that kind of timely passing, Greg, really fun to watch.
I don't know why I tried that.
Now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Pacers. Moore, he's in at the 4 spot. Jeremy Lin is out there with Rodney Stuckey. Then there's Solomon Hill, and it's Olynyk in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Shot clock at 6. Monroe outside. Here's Jackson. The shot will not go. Some solid defense there from Lin.
I mean, I've always put together all-time favorite teams, you know, based on my own personal liking, but never really like broke it down stat-wise to create a team for sure.
Shooting efficiently from both the field and the foul line. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance.
Yeah, that's certainly one that we'll be talking about here for a long time.
I'd say it would make it to his greatest hits file. No doubt about it.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Lynn kicks to Stuckey. Moore against Monroe. Releases from 15.
Woo!
The jump shot. And that's 11 points for Freak.
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
asking a lot
I would
from
probably have those two,
I mean, he just
at least, you know, maybe even interchanging them, starting and coming off the bench.
The pass to Robinson. Roberson off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Regardless, they would definitely be on my team.
Outside, Lynn. And Robinson comes to help. To the paint. Here's Olynyk.
And I would definitely have Scottie Pippen somewhere in there, too.
And the Pacers lead by 11.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Yeah, Karl Malone was definitely a good inside guy.
For an update.
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. Olynyk was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. There's a good screen. It's tipped.
Woohoo!
Moore with it. A 32-point game for him in the win against New Orleans.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
Of course, when you can be very good in the pick and roll, and that game works very well for you when you have a genius ball handler like John Stockton on your team.
Just 5 to shoot. Carter Williams kicks to Robinson. Shoots from 12. That's good from Mayo on the assist by Robinson. And that's now 9 points for O.J.
And passer,
Mayo.
too.
George passes to Moore. Thomas Robinson.
That's another guy that would end up on my all NBA
Exactly.
team.
That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
In fact, my 2 point guards I would have, if we just went 2 with every position, I'd definitely have Stockton and Steve Nash as my 2.
Back to the NBA here on 2K Sports.
And there are a lot of players that are underrated.
Players having a chance to have a short break and get some
guys
rest
that
themselves
people
and get
forget about.
and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. You look at Freak in this game.
I think one of the biggest, like, glaring holes there is in terms of guys who often get forgotten are like my biggest one is Pistol Pete Maravich.
About what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Mayo out there with Carter Williams. And it's Monroe in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. There's the bucket, good.
I think there are people when you talk about the all-time greats in the NBA. You hear Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson,
Carter Williams against Hill.
Shaq,
and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Wilt Chamberlain, guys like that, and Kareem. But it seems that Pistol Pete is often forgotten in that conversation. He's one of those guys who did suffer a lot of injuries in his career. Probably would have put up a whole lot higher stats than what he finished with because of those injuries.
No good. Bucks trail by 21. Here's Antetokounmpo, and a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket. And here's the 2K
In fact, I would probably have Pistol Pete as my, speaking of all NBA teams on there, maybe I would even have him running the point the way he could pass the ball.
Dedication and energy to rebounding the ball.
Healthy Pete Maravich at his prime.
For the Bucks. Olynyk, he's checked in for the Pacers. Jeremy Lin comes in for George Hill. Here's Lin. It's deflected,
Whoop.
but they recover it. In the corner, it's Freak. And he jams it with authority.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that, Clark, that effortless knack for getting
And not
inside.
only could
And guys, how about
Maravich pass the
fearsome
ball, but he could
is
score
at times. I
too.
mean, you'd hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him.
Guy averaged 40, a little over 40 points per game in college, and that was without a three-point line
Big
too.
time. I mean, the words that come to mind: ice and cold.
There had been a three-point line because he was known for shooting
Having a
deep
lot of
shots.
trouble
I
stopping
mean, he could
the
hit them.
three-point shot.
Just that
And they're not
they were
making
just
up
long
for it with their own
two-pointers.
shots from deep either, so
The
that's
three-point
a
line had
double-edged
existed
sword there.
in his college days. He probably would have been averaging somewhere between 50 to
Against Jackson.
60 points per game, which is unreal.
Jackson misses.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Oh, go look up highlights of Maravich, not only from college, but his time in the NBA as well.
And the Bucks with
He and there are guys, including I think Isaiah Thomas as well, that have said that Pete Maravich was such an influence on their game with the shots he took, with the his ball handling skills, the passes that he would make. He had such a major impact on the NBA and in so many players' games, but he's just one of those guys that kind of get forgotten, lost in the mix.
Moore against Monroe. Lynn kicks to Moore. Jackson comes over with the double. Stuckey outside. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And Freak throws it down.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of it.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
I tell you what, though, you might as well enjoy the moment. Make it last just a little longer.
Like I said, unfortunately, his career was cut a little short. I mean, his life in general was cut a little short.
Moore with the block.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle.
But he had some major knee issues that just cost him a lot of playing time in his career, at least in the NBA.
Here's Lynn. Again, Indiana.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And
Yeah, who are we kidding? We all know that Kelly Olynyk would be our starting center on our All-NBA team.
As he misses, he'll go to the line and shoot two. It's going to be on Freak. So you guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Pacers?
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
The first free throw is good. Robinson's checked in for the Bucks. And Indiana with a change here, too. Scotty's checked in for Kelly Olynyk.
And like I said, unfortunately, I mean, maybe if he was still around today, maybe he wouldn't have been so forgotten. But I mean, he passed away at 40 years old, which, like I said, his life was unfortunately cut extremely short due to a heart condition.
He kicks it to Moore. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Talk about being on his game.
If he lived, I mean, he passed away in '88. I think, you know, now roughly, let's see, I got to do math, which is horrible. 28 years later, so he'd be about 68, starting to get to his 70s there. But yeah, fortunately, he did not make it that far.
They've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm.
And like I said, I think if he were still around
Jackson up top, defended by
to make
Lynn.
appearances and that, he'd probably still be
There's
talked
the pass to
about.
Roberson. Shot clock at 5. There's the feed to Mayo. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Roberson gets the bucket. 106 left in the third.
Oh, Olynyk versus Shaq, that wouldn't even be a competition.
Inside, and Freak throws it down.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break.
Olynyk would retire after one matchup.
Resulting in high quality
Call it quits.
Monroe. Pacers with the rebound.
Their game plan needs to change.
Can't take it anymore, I'm
if they're going to
done.
get out of this hole because he is just not
Never
there
again.
offensively.
Jackson against Len. To the middle.
And
that
one.
goes
Ooh,
in.
nice
He is
left-hander.
fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And the Bucks making a change here. Carter Williams is checked in. Indiana also making some changes. Turner's checked in for Scott. Paul George
I'm going to
comes
make
in
an
for Hill,
obscure
and George
reference
Hills
here.
Subbed in for Jeremy Lin.
But we all know the only
Carter
person
Williams, the
to
pass
ever
Monroe.
truly dominate Shaq and make him cry was Aaron Carter.
Bounces high off the
Now
rim.
there's an old reference for you, an obscure reference.
Now here is Hill. 5 points in the game. They set the pick. Shot off the pick. Here's Turner. No good with the layup.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Whew.
Welcome back as we get ready to
Yeah,
start the
it was
first
great
quarter.
growing up
Not
in the
exactly a
90s
nail-biter
and
here,
the
but you
early
never know.
2000s.
Well, the Bucks
Cartoons were awesome. So many legends. So many
For
great
Indiana,
players.
they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Scott against Parker. Scott kicks to Moore. Knocks it loose.
Oh,
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break.
I mean, there are some great
The Bucks
players
working the
now
ball
that,
around.
you know,
Robertson can't hit.
this generation of
Indiana's
fans are
gotten a
getting to
positive
see, like
outcome on
Cam
7
Newton
of
and
their
that.
14 free
Very
throws in this
entertaining
game.
player to
Not at all.
watch. But, you know,
Here's
looking
Bullard.
at the guy on the other
Williams
side of the
covering.
ball,
Misses in
most
close.
people from this generation didn't get to see Peyton Manning in his prime and see how great of a quarterback he really was. You know, they just have seen the last couple years the old man Manning.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Outside Hill.
I was very, very fortunate to see Peyton Manning play in his prime.
There's the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Moore. And a big bounce off.
But yeah, you know, you
Saints
have to
right
watch
in.
LeBron as
Moore's
a
got 13
claim best,
points in
yeah.
the second half. Antetokounmpo
I got to
kicks
grow up
Roberson.
in the days of, I mean, I don't remember that much
That'll give
because,
him 2 chances at the free throw
except for the
line
last couple years, because, you know, the first run of championships for the Bulls, I was like 3 years old by the last one. Second set, I kind of remember more, but, you know, only being 8 years old by 98.
And a little
So I
over
was born in
3.5 minutes
1990.
in the books so far here in the fourth.
But I did get to see Jordan play live in a couple games, which was a lot of fun.
Here's Bullard. Milwaukee with the rebound. Monroe's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Parker outside. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Parker's got 4 points this quarter.
And you can just see he's a different
Oh, my
player
chat
since
broke.
coming
That's
back
not good.
from halftime.
Yep, okay, now it's working again. There we go.
Outside Hill.
I guess people know a little bit more of it now. With the games, you know, the last couple of years they've played in London.
16 feet away. Good. The assist goes to Hill. And that's now 28 points for Freak.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow.
But again, you know, that's just started here recently, and unless people have gone out and searched for it, you know, they are just now learning about American football.
It's going to go on Solomon Hill. And that'll be his third foul so far.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D.
But yeah, you know, I also got to, you know, grow up watching guys like Vince Carter and Kobe Bryant in their prime.
For the Bucks. Laverne comes in for Monroe, and it's Vaughn in for Parker.
Tracy McGrady when he was around. Shaq as well.
Hits it from three-point range.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Pacers.
And this
good old Yao Ming, yeah.
Stephen Clark, an all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And these guys have played very well this season, and this win tonight, guys, will push their win column up to 55.
And once again,
and I think it's helped too with
games this season against this club. They've done a great job of just playing their best.
With more of the pro players playing in like the Olympics and that, and more guys from other countries as well getting drafted into the NBA and playing in the NBA.
Converting every good chance he got.
Stuckey drives inside, and he gets the bucket.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
Basketball has definitely become more of a national sport now than what it's been in past years.
Passes it to Laverne. Takes a shot at the elbow. No good off the front iron. Outside, Scott. They set the pick. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This crowd,
and I think that's what the NFL would like to accomplish too, is becoming more of a global sport. Whether it will or not, I'm not so sure about that.
Sports post-game show.
But I would say in terms of being global,
hey y'all, Ernie Johnson
I think
here,
basketball
is
the number one sport.
Freak. He had an outstanding third quarter.
If you just
in terms of energy
lock it down
he
to
was the firepower that propelled them during the second half.
You know, like soccer
just how good he can be when he's at the top
or
of his game.
football,
and the building was stunned.
American
So
football,
people
hockey,
throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs,
baseball.
soda. He put on a CSDP, a
Am I
crowd
forgetting
shutdown
anything?
performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
See, baseball, football,
from the field than he had
hockey,
his shooting percentage was off
basketball,
he used
and soccer / football, depending on where you are.
From every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
So yeah, I kind of like those
And
five
that'll
major
do it for
sports. I
tonight.
think
For Kenny
basketball
Smith,
is the most global. Yeah, you know, I've said before, I played, you know, in high school. I loved playing it, and I love getting in pickup games when I can.
Tonight, do you feel like you could go 1-on-5 and still get yours?
That would never work.
Well, it's important to have confidence in your game, but no one ever got anywhere playing 1-on-5. I was feeling it tonight, but tomorrow it'll probably be somebody else. It's just the nature of the game, you know?
Critics might say you were just chasing numbers in a game tonight that was clearly in hand. Agree or disagree?
You know I don't agree with that. I'm going to play hard whenever coach puts me out there.
Hey, that's not what the subtitle says.
It's not about numbers or anything
It
else.
says just disagree.
It's about the win. and the fact that I give 100% on the court no matter the score or the opponent. Look, that's just how I'm wired.
What does it mean to you to have clinched a playoff spot?
Oh, it means we're one step closer to the ultimate goal, and that's winning a championship.
I think
But really, all it does is get us to focus that much more.
Soccer/football
Because now we
is
know we in
starting to grow
we got a chance
more
to get that ring.
and more. I've
The
seen
real
it
season's about to begin,
evident
and I
here
ain't
in
gonna let this
the
opportunity go to
U.S.
waste.
that it's starting to
Right.
get a bigger
Thank you.
following than what it had in the past. And I think a lot of the national teams, especially here in recent years, the U.S. women's national team has kind of helped with the with that growth. But I still think it has a long way to go to catch up with like the NBA. At least here in the U.S., it's still on one of the near the bottom
fans,
sports.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Indiana Pacers.
Probably
Taking a look at
the
Pacers, they have been
I
a
would
team
say
on
it's
a
probably
mission
the
this
only
season.
sport
Best
that I
record in the
may
NBA.
still
We're getting
consider
deep into the
lower
schedule now,
than
and they continue
baseball.
playing dominant basketball. And as we reach the midway point, Kenny, still a lot of games left on the schedule. How do players cope with the wear and
a lot
tear
of times
their bodies go
when
through?
you're mentally or physically tired, you know, you could sit there and all of a sudden you misquote things, you missay things.
Baseball
Here
is no
on the
longer
analyst desk,
America's
on the basketball
pastime.
court, that's turnovers. That's missing assignments, missing rebounds. Same thing. Like I know this is our 82nd game this year. You're starting to feel a little bit. That's how those guys feel.
I didn't know the midpoint was the 82nd game, but anyway.
You'll still hear it referred to as America's pastime, but I don't think it's America's pastime anymore.
The Nets come into an Eastern Conference contest in this game. Pacers trying to take advantage of their home court in this one before leaving Indiana. And, of course, Joe Johnson. He won't be an option for them.
Well, as fans, as teammates, there are a lot of people that I'm sure are sad to see him go, given all he brings to the table. But I like what the trade does for him, and I bet it helps him right off the bat. I mean, it also is going to help him long term.
Well, you know, we'll see, because you don't make a change this drastic without having a period of adjustment. So you may be right. We'll see how long
Someone
it
else
takes
made a trade.
and whether this new look roster can gel.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn.
Let's see who we got here. Well, it's not us again. Must be them. Ah. Probably talking about Biombo. Yep, that looks who they're talking about.
Also, Brooke Lopez out there. Thornton out there with Hollis Jefferson. Timmerman, he's guarded by Hill. Thornton with it. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
Oh.
George dishes to Moore. Oh, trying for it. And oh, here we go with Thornton with nobody there.
Pass was too late, and I had nowhere to go.
Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a
Dang
win against
it.
the Bucks in Milwaukee.
I mean, no stress in that one. The game almost looked like a shoot-around for him. Amazing.
Wow, this has been an ugly start to this game.
And even more impressive, Greg, considering it was on the road. I mean, it's rare that you see a team get that hot away from home.
And he makes the first.
You asterisk, asterisk, asterisk.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. The drive by Ellis. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And Thornton kicks to Lopez. And he gets it to go. Lopez has got his first 2 points.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often.
Hill kicks to Moore. In the corner, George with it.
It's an open look.
Shot is off. And
Whew.
Brooklyn will come the other
Seem
way.
to hit our shots
The
here to
Pacers
start.
beat them last time when these two teams met in Indiana.
And that was an ugly loss.
Wow, a little cold.
Last time playing these guys, and really the rebounding differential was the key.
They got worked over on the boards. That's about as plain as I can put it. You can't leave your teammates on an island down there. You need everybody going to the glass.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage. It's almost unfair.
Hill kicks to Moore. Lopez with the steal.
Thought I could get the angle there.
There's the triple. And the shot is good. Thornton's got 5. And let's get your take guys in the hustle stats for the Nets.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure.
Oh, this has been a lovely start.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Now here's Hill.
Yeah, mostly turnovers by me. Oh, there we go. Get the old, good old 3-second glitch to work.
Of the night. And the technical free throw is good. They set the screen to the right side. 6 to shoot. Down low. Here's Thornton.
Had to go somewhere with that.
Here's Timmerman. More with the
Woo!
But they recover.
Nice block. No one was there to clean it up.
Here's Timmerman. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on. Perfect.
I didn't even look at the coaching objective.
Proof in the pudding.
Kelly Olynyk checked in for Indiana. Jeremy Lin comes in for George Hill. Doris Burke had a chance to
Ooh, getting a matchup with Bargnani. This should change
His
things.
biggest concern seemed to be how to contain Monte Ellis on the offensive end. He
Wow.
said, quote, no matter where he is on the floor, he is a threat to score because he can get into the lane whenever he wants. We'll just have to try and get the ball out of his hands on the offensive end. We'll see if they can do just that.
All right, Doris, thanks.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Finally
Those
getting
are two
something.
Teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Now here's Williams. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. The feed now to Bargnani. Shot clock at 3. And no good. His first shot of the night, missing.
Hey, look at that. A defensive stop. What do you know?
Here's Ellis. Yes. And a nice assist from Lynn. Ellis has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Pacers.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Now here's Williams. Feeds it to Bargnani. And the Nets, another 3.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And there's the pass to Ellis. Moore dishes to George. Pulls it from the elbow. And again, it's Indiana.
Go, there we go.
It'd be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 17-7 run. Out to the right wing.
Ah!
Shot's good from Bargnani. Bargnani's got his second bucket of the night.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity.
Oh, come on, Olynyk. You got an 80 contact dunk. Slam that one home.
Turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
It's the Nets now, following the score by Indiana. The shot by Williams, no good.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Here's more. It's rebounded by Bargnani.
Wow.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I guess we all are very ice cold if I can't even hit that shot.
Outside Williams. He dishes it to Bargnani.
That's not even close. I don't think that was in time anyway.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
Pacers trail by 10, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going.
Ow.
And so in the game for the Pacers, Hill and Stuckey are the guards.
All right, here we go.
Turner is out there with Freak.
Start our comeback right here.
The three slot. For Indiana, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And so more.
I mean, it is just Brooklyn
Well
after
done
all.
again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Pass to Holiday. Pass to Young. Lopez a screen. Clock at 6. Timmerman. He's guarded by Hill. Timmerman. And it's good. It's running down on the shot clock. Here's Indiana, trailing by 10. They can look forward to the Quicken Loans Arena after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris.
See what we got here.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks played just phenomenally. He finished with 30 points and also dominated with his
Stuckey, that's
excellent
not a good
defensive
shot.
rebounding. Just absolutely incredible numbers from him in a game you didn't want to miss. So glad we were here to watch it, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report.
Woof, easy. The turnover, don't need to turn it right back over. There we go, Turner, take that in there.
At its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that one.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time.
Well, most coaches will tell you. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Here's Williams.
I hate simulations. They just ended the game right there.
The second quarter. Len, a screen. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Williams for 3. The Pacers pull it in.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Here's the screen. Lynn against Williams. Lynn the pass to Moore. Nobody near George. Drills it from outside. George has got 5.
He just sagged off just enough.
Just ignore him, Mr. Rai. No need to fuel trolls.
And the pass to Hollis Jefferson. 56 seconds left in the first half. Picked by Williams. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Now here's Moore. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Milwaukee.
Oh, so close.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Thornton with it. And it's Lynn picking him up. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And Marcus Thornton gets the 3. Thornton's got 8 points.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And he gets the friendly spin, and
that was close.
6 points here for Lynn.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Williams inside the line. And no good.
Get out of there.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Nets out in front, leading by 14. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well,
I don't understand it either.
Guys to make up in that second half. Do you expect coach to shake things up to try to jumpstart you here in the third?
I know one guy I had one time. It's because I found out he was a streamer of 2K2, and I think he just came in here to troll and try to scare me off the game, so it's less competition for him.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
You're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Bargnani. He has 17 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Paul Westphal. Young is up there with Brooke Lopez. Then it's Thornton, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3. Young, a screen on Hill. Timmerman, he's guarded by Hill. To the paint. Shots good from Young. And the Nets lead by 14.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Hill gets a screen from Moore. To the right side. Can't get
Wow.
And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Last game matched up with the Magic.
Ice cold.
Tough loss there.
Yeah, they were in a funk from the field in that game. Credit the defense, though, because even when they got open looks, no rhythm to knock them down.
Hey, guys.
There we go.
Team has
Just turnover.
like that on occasion. It happens. Hey, we call them gong games. You just want to hit the gong, forget about them, and move on.
Woo!
It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Monte Ellis.
And the D is having problems stopping the mid-range jumper. They're not really closing out on them as much as they should be.
6 of their last 10 points have come by way of the 2-point.
And 2 shots
Ah,
up at the
Turner.
line as he gets fouled on the shot.
That's his second personal foul.
The Nets have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Monte Ellis. Bargnani is checked in for the Nets. Justin Holiday comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
All right. Well, I've had enough about enough of this.
Let's see where the Pacers are, Kevin, in terms of the NBA rankings right now. First in field goal percentage. First in three-point field goal percentage. And they're also ranked number 1 in taking care of the ball. Not many turnovers. They value possessions like no other.
Hill.
Right there,
Wow. Yeah, I don't think we're coming back from this one.
You Not only are they
we were starting to come back there, and then I got taken out, and that simulation just killed us. Should have probably just let it go, let it play out, and see what happens. Probably would have still been closer.
Back to Thornton. Here's Timmerman. Here's Lopez. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Lopez has got his third basket of the night right there.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Turner with a screen for Hill. To the middle. And there's Paul George on the assist by Hill.
Need to go on an epic run here.
3 assists tonight. Nets leading by 14.
This may be a season low for me, 5 points.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Timmerman, he's guarded by Hill. Here's Bargnani. Shot is off. Some solid defense from Moore. The Pacers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Back to Stuckey. Good.
Nice drive.
He's got his first basket of the night.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite.
Yeah, and that's why you just gotta ignore them. I mean, I've had plenty of the trolls. I know they get under your skin. I mean, that's what they're trying to do.
For his 8th field goal, he's attempted a dozen shots.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Now here is Hill. To the middle.
Oh, just couldn't finish the handle.
2 chances at the free throw line here.
I know it's hard not to react.
The small forwards on this list have been on
I guess you just gotta practice your best self-discipline.
Leading their position in field goal percentage. Paul George on top.
Obviously, looking at those numbers, he hasn't just been settling for outside shots. He works very hard to get a lot of high-quality looks in close.
And that inside-outside game, I like to call it reversible clothing. It makes him the most accurate shooter among NBA small forwards.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Turner. And it's Jeremy Lin in for George Hill. Stuckey against Williams. He feeds it to Bargnani. Holiday, no one around him. And a miss there on the triple. Pacers trail by 12. Stuckey kicks to George. And the foul on Mo Williams. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the team.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Hill, he's checked in for George. Now Moore. He's got 7. They set the pick. Hill drives in.
Ooh, nice crossover and the foul. Nice. What we needed.
Great move there, Kevin. He dusted off the defense and got to the cup for the easy basket.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the strike.
He's had trouble putting up the same numbers from the foul line that he put up last season.
Timmerman, defended by Lin. Here's Timmerman, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Olynyk. The Nets shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, that cross is beautiful.
In for the Nets.
Need some more of that work here. We want to try to come back.
And if they continue, Kevin,
ooh, we are in the bonus.
Free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Pacers trail by 11. Outside, Lin.
Move the ball.
Inside, Moore. And he
there we go.
Full stride on his way to the big slam.
Tell you what, Kevin,
I can get some fire underneath me.
Those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will
shooting back.
If he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Young. From 13. Goes in.
Keep getting that
Young's
lucky
got 4
bounce.
points this quarter. 59 seconds left to play in the third. The dish to Hill. Kicks it to Moore. The feed to Stuckey. And he banks in the lane. Stuckey's got his second bucket of the game to go.
There's another beautiful cross a little behind the back there. I was afraid he was going to miss that. I was about to yell Stuckey.
They got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
Timmerman, defended by Lynn. Rebounded by Moore. Pacers trail by 9. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Dishes to Stuckey. Shot clock at 5. Shoots from the baseline. Hollis Jefferson.
Stuckey.
Rebound.
That one I'll say.
Timmerman. No good trying to beat the buzzer. The points coming.
He had me wide open too for a jumper.
The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back.
Could have had that lead down to 7.
More in at power forward. Ellis is out there with George Hill. Then it's Paul George, and it's Turner in at the 5 down low. That's the Pacers 5. Pacers shooting so well, 63%. The offense working as one cohesive unit. On the wing, George, defended by Young. Feeds to Hill.
Oh, it's not exactly who I want out there shooting that shot.
Will come the other way. At one point, they led by 16. Over in the corner, Williams.
George Hill never hits 3. I mean, he'll hit one every now and then.
And that one
but he will not knock them down consistently like George and Ellis will. Even Jeremy Lin shoots 3-pointers better than him. Oh, I got a mismatch.
Defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
There, knock that down, George. Woo!
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
Young, a screen on Hill. And Williams, here we go. He dishes it to Lopez. Turner with the steal.
Nice pass. Guess he forgot Miles Turner was not playing for the Nets.
Ellis, right side. On target from 13 feet. And we've made our way through just over.
He has his uses every now and then. For the most part, useless. Every once in a while, he'll have some nice drives and some nice jumpers, some nice 3-point shots, but most of the time he's missing his shots. Or he's driving into 3 guys
He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on
and
the
still trying to shoot a layup.
Sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Lopez kicks to Young, 13 feet away.
Should have been closer. It's kind of inching down to maybe help Turner try to stop Lopez.
Outside, George. Pass to Moore.
There we go. Baseline J there.
Right there. Continue to get good looks.
The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started.
We got to come up with stops now, though.
Outside, Williams. With the floater, and it's good on the way in. And the Nets lead by 8.
Not going to happen on that one.
Broke out the fancy finish there.
Hill against Williams. Hill tries in. No one near Turner as he lets it go.
Nice, good decision to pass out of that shot.
Hill's got his 5th assist in this one. And here is Williams from outside the arc. Again, Williams missing.
His shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And that
Woo-hoo-hoo!
just a
Monte
3-point
Ellis.
Brooklyn lead.
And when you thought this fourth quarter was simply a formality,
Nice little
all of a
three-pointer
sudden
there.
The offense picks up, and now we have a game.
Can't quite put my finger on it, but
Battled our way
something gave
back.
them a
Now
jolt,
can we
and
finish
now
the
They're
job?
knocking down everything. We've got some fireworks in store for us down the stretch.
And here's Indiana. They're on a 12-4 run right now. On the wing, Ellis. A clear look for George. Rebound. Young's got 3 rebounds.
I should have
now in
called
this
for the
one.
ball. I had another mismatch there.
Thornton dishes to Williams. Out to the right wing. Here's Hollis
Wow,
Jefferson.
Jefferson should
Defended
have
by
drove
George.
there. He had a 2-on-1 matchup.
And Lopez gets it to go.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Outside, George. Outside, Hill. Ellis, left side. Takes the 3. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Now we're just stuck
At one
shooting
point, they led by
three-pointers.
16.
Great. Well, we tried. I hate to give up, but knowing the AI, they're just going to take those shots over and over again.
Again missing. Pacers trail by 5.
Don't need to jack up every three-pointer we
Here's
see.
Ellis. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
See, now that shot's not bad. It's a nice two-pointer.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
We got to be more physical on defense.
The Pacers making a switch here. Ben's checked in. The Nets making a switch here.
Get into them on the perimeter. Post. Rotate over and make your presence felt. Nice and soft.
Timmerman, defended by Lynn. That's tipped.
Nice. Good block, Turner.
He's looking for Ellis and finds him. Sinks it from just inside
Woo!
the baseline. Now just a 1-point Nets lead.
This is a fantastic performance.
See,
in this
now
game.
that we're taking
He didn't
smart
play as
shots,
well in the
playing
first,
good
but
defense.
You just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
This is how we get right back into it.
Left in the fourth quarter. Timmerman, he's guarded by Ellis. Young from outside. Some solid D here
Nope.
from Moore. And it's Indiana's ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Lynn kicks to George. Ellis outside. Turner with the
Trying
screen
to.
for Ellis.
Oh, Ellis. No. Yay. Wow. Hey, turn around and play defense. Stop celebrating. There's no time for that.
Ellis against Thornton. Pass to Lopez. Lets it go from 14. Count it. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Well, we'll see about. We've made it to tie the game. Now we'll see if we can finish this game off.
Separate in the 2 clocks. Lynn kicks to Ellis. Shot from the wing. Rebound by Brooklyn.
No, Ellis. Wow. Just wow.
And the Nets with possession here. Lopez, a screen on Lynn. Here's Timmerman. Missed. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime.
Overtime.
We'll get right back to the action when... And what great competition we're seeing so far. After regulation, the stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams and these few minutes of basketball pan out. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the court right now for the Pacers. Moore, he's in at power forward.
Get out of here, Lopez.
Then it's Turner, and it's George in at the small forward position.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
They sure did, Greg. And I like the fact they never put their chin in their chest when they were down early. I mean, they were down big early. They were composed, and they never got desperate and stayed within themselves. Very impressive.
5 to shoot. Puts one up from 19. And right
Wow.
on target. Good. 14
And
points for
Lopez
Brook
just
Lopez.
can't miss here.
Indiana's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. George dishes to Ellis. The shot's good.
Woo,
On the assist
nice
by
floater.
George. Ellis has got the lead up to 2 now for Indiana.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Timmerman, defended by Lynn.
Jeremy Lin with that suffocating defense.
Poked away.
Oh! All the way, Lin, all the way. And one.
To the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
That was the third straight high percentage look.
Jeremy
this defense has
Lin.
allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
What a game we've seen here
Focus,
for Lin.
Lin,
He's got 8
focus.
points
Come on,
and
buddy.
4 assists.
You can do this.
That one
Ah.
is for Lynn. Nets trail by 4. Thornton passes to Hollis Jefferson.
Yeah, they're sticking me on Lopez now. Whoa!
So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that.
Yeah, forget Olenek. Jeremy Lin, greatest of all time now.
Away from coming up with the steal there.
George Hill's checked in for Indiana.
Oh, they're taking Hill out of the game, or they're taking Lin out of the game, putting Hill in. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, what a mistake.
About 90 seconds off the clock here in the extra period.
I'll take that.
Pacers leading by 4. Passes to Moore. On the wing, Ellis. No luck. And Brooklyn the other
Oh,
way.
just mistimed that. I should have had that offensive board.
Throws it up high.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark
All right, all right, all right.
right
Calm
there,
down,
because
calm down.
that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
And Moore kicks to George. Back to Moore. Ellis right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Hill.
Oh, that was too late.
Lopez with the steal. And here we go.
Read and
Brooklyn
react.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control, even though he's going at breakneck speed. He still maintains his body control.
Hill dishes to Turner.
Wow.
Lopez with the steal.
We're going to lose this game because of George Hill.
In the corner, Thornton with it to take the lead. George with the ball. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Turner with the screen on Thornton. Over in the corner, Ellis. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Woo!
Nice play. They're in control. Just play solid.
Oh,
good
Hill
defense.
is
quick
awful.
bucket,
I
and
mean,
no easy
his
three.
range is like right underneath the basket. He's pretty good at passing the ball.
On the high post. Excellent D there from Hill.
But even I think I have better range from deep than he does. I'm better mid-range shooter.
Is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage.
So this is where I shine right here. Now I say that, I'm going to miss the second one.
So he gets
Nope,
them
we're good.
both, and it's a 5-point game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that
But yeah, I
officially
can't tell
put
you,
this game
and you've
out of
probably
reach.
seen it as well, watching the streams. how many times I'll set a screen for him and he'll dribble in and then,
nails the triple.
whoops, I gave a little bit of an open look there. But he'll dribble in and then try to shoot over the center and just have the ball swatted right back in his face instead of giving me a half a second to get to my spot to get open. Whew. Well, what a comeback. On another note. Yeah, I found, and having George Hill wasn't so much a problem like when I first started playing with the Pacers because he was the best option. But since the Pacers acquired Jeremy Lin, I feel like I work actually better with the second unit and with him than I do with the first unit point guard Hill. I think Jeremy Lin and I have a much better teammate chemistry in terms of running pick and rolls and pick and pops and that.
Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Freak.
I can't imagine a player.
I love being a starter. Love playing with the first unit. You know, guys like Paul George and Monte Ellis and Miles Turner. But in terms of point guard, I prefer playing with the second unit to play with Jeremy Lin. Woo! There's a nice block.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels.
I think that was a steal there.
Talk about.
Oh, there's that
Man,
nice
some
big
games
dunk
he's in
on
the background, he doesn't get the chance
Lopez.
to be the star of the
Osterized.
show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K.
But I don't have control of the starting lineup, so I guess I can't do much more than complain about it. All right. Sure. Let's go on a private jet ride. Hang out with the fans. Apparently have a new connection that I should have probably looked at. Oh, Allen Iverson. That would probably be the new one. Like I said, though, before I'm going to finish up these 5 connections that I have and move on and start hitting the practice floor so I can get some attribute upgrades and that so I can improve my stats. But regardless, though, that's where we're going to end the stream for today. We'll pick things up whenever the next stream is with this game against Cleveland. Like I said, the stream schedule is going to be a little goofy with having to go in and do some additional training at work this week. I'm not sure what my schedule is going to be or when the next stream will be. Like I said, there will be no stream this afternoon. There probably won't be any streams tomorrow. The next stream may be sometime Wednesday afternoon. So, alright, Mr. Rai, we'll see you next stream. You take care of yourself and have a good one. So, yeah, with the schedule, like I said, I'm not really quite sure when the next stream is going to be, but of course, if you follow me on Twitter, I will let you know there. So just gotta hop aboard. It's going to be a little bit of a bumpy ride this week in terms of the schedule. So looking at, I would say probably for sure the next stream will be Thursday, but there will possibly be one Wednesday afternoon. Next NBA 2K16 morning stream for sure will be Thursday morning. So, speaking of Twitter, it's at 4moresports. YouTube is youtube.com/DSADeathAndy589 if you want to go check out any of my past content, and of course any future content will be uploaded there as well. Let's see here. If you are watching this on YouTube, feel free to hit that subscribe button, give this video a good old thumbs up. And, of course, if you'd like to help support the stream, the big 3 ways you can do so are to follow me here on Twitch and continue to come back and watch yourself. You can tip the stream, and tips go towards covering basic living costs, buying games, upgrading equipment, basically just keeping things running here. But I'll never shake you down for money. Therefore, the last option, if you'd like to help out and can't donate, then a simple share with friends, family, whoever would be a big help as well. Of course, as I always say, if you're a fellow streamer or have a YouTube gaming channel, want to work out a promote for promote, you can direct message me on Twitter and we can work out the details there. So again, next stream is to be determined at this point. Like I said, possibility of one Wednesday afternoon for sure, though it'll be a normal day, or should be a normal day on Thursday with a morning and afternoon stream. So for sure, next NBA 2K16 stream will be Thursday morning. Really, the next guaranteed stream will be the Thursday morning, short morning sports stream. Other than that, like I said, I'll keep you updated on Twitter and let you know if I'll be going live that day. So, therefore, until the next time you decide to tune in, I will see you at that point. But until then, have a great day, everyone.